Hello there, everybody. Dimebot here, and we are in the Sea of Thieves today. That's right, this game is now available on Steam, and as such, I'd like to welcome the Steam players and put a video out there for everybody that might be picking this game up, be it on Game Pass, Xbox, PC, Steam. Some tips for starting out the game. So, one of the very first things that my crew and I like to do is turn your lights off on your ship. Yes, you can still see the silhouette of a ship from a long, long ways away, but the lights make it even easier to pick out, so just turn your lights out. Dead simple. Just turn them off. Only takes a second. It's super easy on a sloop or a brig. So that's a quick one. Let's talk about a little bit of general movement. You have no stamina in this game, so just sprint to your heart's content. Sprint everywhere. Sprint, sprint, sprint. Just hold down that button and sprint everywhere you go. You won't ever run out of stamina. You'll just keep on going. That brings us to another little thing you can do. So you have this sword lunge you can do. Whoop. That will knock back enemies, possibly shatter skeletons. But what it's also really useful for is this right here. Sending yourself across the water really, really fast. Now, it is also possible to do this from dry land. You don't have to be over a drop to do it. It's a little trickier. You need to get yourself a little bit into the water and move forward just as the sword animation starts. If you're swimming, it won't work, so you kind of have to be in like waist-deep water right before your pirate would start swimming. Continuing on the trend of movement and combat, the sword is your best friend at first. Always have one equipped. It is possible to do double guns, a blunderbuss and a pistol, and an eye of reach, which is the sniper rifle, etc., etc. However, unless you have become a really good shot, this is probably going to get you killed. I would recommend that for people that have been playing the game for a long time. Keep your sword on you. It doesn't run out of ammo. Also, combat in Sea of Thieves has a 3-hit combo. So you want to make sure that you're getting those hits in. Now, I have nobody here to kill, so can't really show that off, unfortunately. But if you miss a hit in the middle of the combo, it will reset you. So you want to make sure that you're in position to get those 3 hits in. Now, let's talk about a couple shipboard things here real quick. I highly recommend organizing your food and your cannonballs. This is something that my crew is particularly obsessive about, but the reason that we do it is because in the middle of a fight, it makes it incredibly easy to keep track of where everything is. So what we like to do is throw all the regular cannonballs up here, like so. I'll just grab this stuff out of here and put all this down here. So we will keep a certain type of cursed cannonball in here as well, the green ones usually, and then the purple ones we usually put in another barrel. This is simply so that in the middle of combat you know where stuff is and you can go grab it. Now, let's move on to these little lovelies right here. Anything that goes in the cannonball barrel can be loaded in a cannon, but you can also access a little radial while you're manning a cannon that'll let you switch ammo types. So you can load a firebomb. There we go. You can also load a blunderbomb. These are fantastic at knocking ships around and knocking people off of them. And you can load the chain shot. Now notice the chain shot has a very distinctly different flight path. That thing will destroy pretty much anything on the ship, the capstan, the mast, the wheel, and knock them out of commission. So extremely useful, also hard to use until you get used to it. Now, you can also throw these puppies from the water if you are looking to cause a little havoc to a ship that you're sneaking up on or engaged with. Let's just put this out real quick. Thanks. So, always make sure you have a couple of those on you if you think you might be in a combat situation. Always keep your eyes on the horizon. This is a game where people will sneak up on you. Don't trust anybody. Always, always, always be watching the horizon. Don't see anybody right now. Doesn't mean there's not other ships on the server. Doesn't mean there's not other evil pirates wanting to come kill me. Alright. Now, something that I want to talk about real quick is anchor catching. So let's get the anchor up here. This is going to be a little painful with just me on a galleon, but I don't like sloops, so we're doing it on a galleon. As a general tip while you're playing the game, you don't want to be doing this by yourself if you can help it, especially if another ship is coming in. This is just a bad time waiting to happen. So, we're immediately going to start sailing. Now, you might think, oh, well, to lower the anchor, I just have to press the button and drop it. We like to let it go and then catch it. This will give you some good control if you're going to pull up to an outpost, or if you're sneaking up on another ship and you want to stop and broadside them. You don't have to try to judge dropping it from full. You can just catch it right before it clicks, and then when you're ready to stop, just let go. If you get really, really good at this, you can have it so that the anchor will drop pretty much instantaneously when you let go of that final little click, and you'll be right in combat range, or perfectly parked, which is always a nice feeling. Now, you notice that Rare decided to do the whole Wind Waker thing with the wind. I mean, I don't know how else they would have done it, but you have these little white wisps, and turning your sails fully into them, yep, maximum speed. But what happens if the wind is coming directly from the front of the ship? So if the wisps were going the exact opposite direction of where they are now, well, what you'd want to do is use this right here. Turn your ship's sails completely flat to the front. It's weird, I know, it doesn't make sense, it defies the laws of physics, but it will make your ship actually sail faster directly into the wind. In fact, a sloop doing this can actually outrun a galleon directly into the wind, which is another tip. If you are being chased by a galleon and a sloop, turn into the wind. It's going to be a long, slow chase, but eventually they're either going to give up or you'll pull away from them, and you might be able to drop off some loot sneakily at an outpost. It's weird. I don't know why they did it. Finally, one last little tip is, actually, I have two more now that I think about it. Fruit. So, there's different types of fruit. You see that I have some coconuts and bananas. There's also mangoes, pomegranates, and pineapples. Pineapples are the absolute best fruit. Taking one bite will fully recharge your health, and you can take 2 bites of a pineapple. Then you get the pomegranates, then you get the coconuts. Actually, mangoes, then pomegranates, then coconuts, then bananas. Bananas are fairly useless. We generally only eat them on the ship because you'll have a bunch of them, but yeah, bananas are the base fruit of the game. They don't restore very much health, so they're not that great. And finally, the sleep emote. If you want to sneak onto somebody's ship, well, everybody gets this emote for free. I'm asleep. You can't see me. The enemy crew is going to have a hard time seeing me unless they really check. You can use this to hide in a variety of places. The sleep emote is your friend. Now, be warned, veteran Sea of Thieves players know to look for this, but even the best of crews can be shockingly unobservant at times, so you can probably use this to your advantage. Yeah. So yeah, that's just a quick little look at some Sea of Thieves tips. If you guys have something in specific that you'd like me to show off, hey, let me know. Feel free to put it in the comments below. I will either answer you in the comments or I'll address it in a video all on its own. I have a couple of ideas for things that I'd like to show to everybody that's new to Steam, but I hope you guys enjoy the game. It is certainly a lovely one with a lot of adventure to be had. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that sub button, it really helps out. My name has been Dimebot, and I will see you guys next time.